This is a Fox News alert. It certainly looks like terrorism, and again, it is France, Nice, France. That's along the French Riviera. The news is breaking, but what we can tell you right now is the death toll is now 73 and expected to rise. Now, it all started when a large truck plowed into a crowd of people celebrating a national holiday, Bastille Day, in France. In addition to the truck, there are also reports of gunfire, and the question on everyone's mind, was this another terror attack in France? Donald Trump will be joining us to discuss this, but first let's go right to Shepard Smith, tracking him from the Fox News desk. Shep?
Greta, as you mentioned, the most recent report is as many as 73 dead and more than 100 injured right along the promenade of English in the coastal town, the southern coastal town of Nice. The truck came barreling through at about 21 minutes past 11 p.m., we're told, and we have video from scene as there's breaking news coming in from Sky News, and these are new pictures on Sky News that are coming down the feed now. 60 people now confirmed dead by local sources, and that's a live picture from on scene at Sky News. Quoting a witness, Miriam Violet, who is an Iranian journalist visiting Nice on holiday, she told a local newspaper everyone was completely shocked. I saw that suddenly people were fleeing and shouting. People were shouting, "It's a terrorist attack, it's a terrorist attack," in French. She said, "I was walking for nearly a mile and there were bodies all over the place. I think I saw 30 bodies on the ground and lots of people injured. Some of the bodies have been covered in blue sheets." She says, "I saw two sisters and one brother from Poland who were mourning the death of their two other siblings. The youngest was crying and the other two just didn't know how to react." Imagine a large curved seaport, not a port, but a beach area with high-end hotels and restaurants all along, a pedestrian boardwalk, if you will, a sort of promenade, a main street with a little side street that parallels it, and in that side street, it was pedestrians only. The beach completely packed for celebration of the Independence Day, 14/7, or July the 14th, French Independence Day. Enormous fireworks shows all over the country, including at the Eiffel Tower. But it's high holiday season now. The July 14th holiday begins high season in the French Riviera, which goes through the end of August. And the estimation was that there would be hundreds of thousands of people at this beach as the fireworks had just concluded. Sun had set maybe 2 hours before, and police and pedestrians were beginning to clear the area when this large truck, a lorry as they call it locally, we'd probably call it something like a Mack truck, though a little smaller, came barreling through at variously reported somewhere between 35 and 40 miles an hour, reported to have been zigzagging along the way. And there the truck is on your screen now. You'll notice the bullet holes in the front end. There is a suggestion to us that there had been a shootout, though now there are conflicting reports about whether it was a shootout or if just police trying to take out the person who was driving the vehicle. Eventually, we're told the driver of the vehicle was dead. If there's an accomplice, we don't know about it. In the early reporting, there was a suggestion that there might have been the holding of hostages at a nearby hotel and restaurant at that hotel, a very famous one. But as it turns out, that was just people sheltering in place down on the ground, up underneath furniture and the rest. And the report went out that there had been hostages taken, but the local authorities now confirmed that was not the truth. But more than 100 people injured, 60 plus, as many as 73, according to some local reports, killed. And the investigation is just getting underway as we're just after the 1 a.m. hour on the French Riviera. And authorities have a state of emergency. The French President, Francois Hollande, in for emergency talks as he's returned to Paris for those talks with security officials. The security alert under which the country had been resting since the most recent attacks will be extended further, and France, Greta, is on high alert.
And indeed it is. And viewers who may not have been ever seen what happens in France on Bastille Day, this is like their 4th of July. There are fireworks. It's a big day, a lot of celebrations in this country.